Welcome back. Nigeria LNG Limited has exported its 14,000 cargo of liquefied natural gas from its Bonny Island terminal in Rivers State to Marmara LNG terminal in Turkey. A statement from the company says the cargo, which left on Monday, sold to Botas Petroleum Pipeline Corporation and is estimated to arrive its destination on May the 14th. The General Manager, External Relations of the NLNG, Dr. Kudo Eresia Eke, explains in the statement that the company plans to expand its production capacity at its 6-train plant complex from 22 million tons per annum to about 30 million tons per annum. According to him, these plans are expected to attract about $15 billion of foreign direct investments in the upstream sector. Meanwhile, Oando PLC says its first quarter 2017 earnings growth reflect a return to normalcy and growth in spite of continued security challenges, economic headwinds and fluctuation in crude prices. The oil and gas company listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange posted a profit after tax of 1.7 billion naira for the first quarter of 2017. In a statement released on Monday, the company attributed the earnings growth to proactive measures put in place to cushion the effect of the economic challenges. Oando announced a turnover of 116% to 130.4 billion naira, with gross profit rising 53% to 13.4 billion naira compared to the first quarter result of 2016. Now it's the first trading day after the Labor Day holiday. Let's cross over to the FMDQ FX and fixed income market to get the pulse of the day. Chioma Udu, dealer with GT Bank, joins me now. Thank you very much for joining us, Chioma. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So how has the Naira started off the week, gaining or losing?
On the FX, we will say a slight loss in the power markets. We've seen it trade at 397 from 385 closing last week. But we the sense that more liquidity will come into the market as CBN has offered 2 options today, the retail and the wholesale. So we'll see some strength coming from the Naira side.
So at how much is the Naira likely to close today, and what is your outlook for the rest of the week?
In the interbank market, we hopefully think it will close at about 305, 306 levels. For the power market, if liquidity comes into the market, it should close at about 380 or so.
Okay, let's look at the fixed income market. What sentiment is driving the market today?
There's a bullish trend in the fixed income market. This is as a result of the liquidity in the system. We saw bond maturity from the federal government and also LCL of about 500 million coming to the system. So we've seen a lot of buying from here and there, and then we've seen investors reinvesting from the maturities they had from the bonds.
So what is your outlook for the rest of the week?
Barring any major FX auction apart from today's auction, we will still see a lot of liquidity in the system, so we'll see a bullish trend in the market for the fixed income, slight buying.
Now, are we likely to see any auction, treasury bill auction or bond auction this week?
Yes, it's going to be a treasury auction of about 160 billion across all tenors. We expect that the rates will maintain a slightly drop in view of the liquidity in the market.
And when that happens, what do you expect in terms of liquidity?
We're going to see, like I said earlier, if CBN continues to offer FX in the market, and then the OMO auction and then the primary auction, we'll see the liquidity thin out, and then we'll see it start trending up a little in the fixed income.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Chioma. And top Africa cocoa producers, Ghana and Ivory Coast, are struggling with low global cocoa prices. They have plummeted since last year on the back of bumper crops around the world and stagnant demand. Industry players hope the International Cocoa Organization's recent relocation to Abidjan will help stabilize the market. The ICCO has been based in London since it's founded in 1973.
Ghana, the world's #2 cocoa producer, has missed out on nearly $1 billion in export earnings due to a steep decline in global cocoa prices. This is according to figures from Ghana's Cocoa Board. Cocoa futures have plummeted since last year on the back of bumper crops around the world and stagnant demand. Ivory Coast has also been affected. The government had to slash its 2017 budget due to the falling cocoa prices.
By the nature of the political economy, if prices come down, it is difficult to pass on the decreases in prices to the farmers, particularly when you also have a policy that you want to still encourage farmers to grow more cocoa and improve upon their yields and therefore the total production within the economy. So because Cocoa Board is acting like a buffer, or if you like, government is acting like a buffer, and when the prices come down and the prices that the farmers are getting is fixed, then that difference will have to be absorbed by the state.
Ghana's Cocoa Board said the country is on track to exceed its revised 800,000-ton target for cocoa production this season due to good rains this year. The government of President Nana Akufo-Addo, inaugurated in January, has vowed to clean up the cocoa sector and raise output to 1 million tons by the end of its first 4-year term. But concerns remain about the impact of the current global price drop on operations, and analysts say a lot needs to be done to improve efficiency and curb overproduction.
La baisse conséquente des prix aux producteurs et les menaces sur le maintien.
The consequent decline in producer prices and threats to the consolidation of cocoa orchards in our states at the time when other crops are experiencing a notable improvement is a matter of careful consideration.
About 80 kilometers from Abidjan, these farmers in Agboville, Ivory Coast, say they're struggling with the effects of a glut. Early in the year, cocoa piled up at ports for weeks and was left to rot on trees as exporters, having wrongly speculated that world cocoa prices would rise, declined to purchase beans to fill unprofitable contracts. The International Cocoa Organization has officially moved its headquarters from London to Abidjan, the commercial capital of Ivory Coast, following an improvement in the security situation in the world's top producer. The intergovernmental body, which has been based in London since its founding in 1973, originally sought to stabilize global prices through operating buffer stocks, but has more recently provided statistical data and supported projects to develop cocoa production and trade.
And with that, we draw the curtain on today's edition of the program. Thank you very much for being part of it. I'm Chimize Obi Iwago. Have a good day.